Hello, my name is Visor, and welcome to game 32 of Let's Play game Dev Tycoon. Last episode, we made a game called the Dragon Puncher, and it's not going to do that well. Don't get me wrong, it's still a profitable game, but it's not bringing in enough money for us to really support our research. So once again, we need to decrease the cost of our R&D lab, and then try to make some real money, because we kind of need it. So, as you can see, we have 300 research points, which unfortunately I cannot use, because that takes up more money that we don't really have. So, instead, we're just going to focus on making our next game. I have an idea, though. I think we're going to make a sequel to one of our better games. Not Deus Ex, but I do wonder, can I make a sequel to the original Deus Ex? Not really sure. It doesn't look like it. The game disappeared. Because I know that game came right before XCOM. Anyway, I'm saving Deus Ex for AAA games. I figured we made the first one as a medium game, the second one was a large. We'll make the third one a AAA and hopefully break Perfect 10. That's not to say XCOM is not a good game though. The original scored a 9.5, which is really the second highest score we've ever gotten. Original XCOM is sort of a weird UFO action game, and this time around we're going to make it a medium game once again. This is mostly due to the fact that we just don't have the money to do another large game. Though I still think we have a pretty good trick that might help us make some money. Anyway, as for the game idea, it is from DScruffy1. It's going to be a sequel called XCOM Terror from the Ape. Features include using the same engine, which unfortunately is not possible. When you make a sequel, they make a big deal out of improving your engine, so I'm thinking you have to do that. Anyway, so we're going to do similar engine. Well, not really, but we're going to add more features like underwater barrels, which I guess would have really worked well if we took that deal with Cave Johnson. Oh well. Melee combat, ridiculous difficulty, and terrible terror missions. More exploding barrels, and a boss fight against the big ape himself. So there's the idea, and we already have data on UFO action, which we know is great, so that's fine. And we're going to leave it as everyone, because if we look at the data, everyone works with UFO, everyone works with PlaySystem 2. So that'll probably also work with, I don't know, maybe the PlayStation 3, which, oh, okay, so the PlayStation 3 is coming out, it's actually not out yet, so whatever, we'll go with the PlayStation 2 then. We know it has a pretty good long tail, so should be okay, right? Additionally, we're gonna look at the PC, because after all, we do have an optimized engine, so it might be pretty cheap to make it a multi-platform. Now, looking at the data, we know PC is not amazing for this type of game, but still, it's not bad. So let's look at the cost. Currently costs $230. We add PC, it costs $340. So that's about slightly less than 50% increase. That seems pretty expensive, but it's all right. We can handle that. So I think when we did multi-platform before, it almost doubled the cost. Or at least that's how I remember it. Now, we could also do an Inbox 360, and it's probably also a pretty decent match. The downside is the licensing cost is $500,000. We don't have that money. I mean, we do, but we spend it, I'm pretty sure we can't afford it. However, I do have another idea. Maybe we can do it on the Wii. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. No, wait, never mind. Licensing costs, very expensive as well. So the only thing we have left is really the GS, and I don't really want to do it on the GS, so actually, why not? I know the GS, we have the licensing for it. Market share is not bad. The cost goes up quite a bit, but honestly, that's not too big of an increase. We can support that. Do we have anything on these little handheld devices? Not really. Might be a good chance to get some more data then. But I think this is okay. It's an everyone game. It's a great combo. It could work out. I mean, we still have $3 million left, and Dragon Puncher is on sale. Like I said, the game doesn't do too badly. Plus, I already decreased my budget for our AAA game, so it's not bad. We might be able to pull this off. Now, additionally, since this is an action game, I think we can use the higher-end graphics. Because I know for action games, you need to have pretty good graphics. Pretty sure anyway. We'll see when we get to that screen. But let's name this game XCOM. Wow, I can't type at all with this mic in the way. I don't think I'm a hunt and peck, but it's pretty bad sometimes. Anyway, there we go. So, let's get started. Oh, right. Like I said, we're doing V5 graphics because we can. So we're going to do it. We'll probably have to cut stereoscopic 3D though. Actually, I don't think I've ever played a stereoscopic 3D game, so don't really get the appeal. Anyway, time for stage 1. So we already know story and quest is not important. Gameplay is pretty important. And I'm thinking engine is probably really important. Just because if it wasn't the most important thing, I would think gameplay would have 3 plus signs. Once again, I'm not going to leave Jennifer on story and quest. I'm going to have her do gameplay. But actually, since this is a medium game, I can actually have Jennifer do a lot of stuff. She's only at 50% right now. In fact, I could do the same thing with Jonathan, couldn't I? I can put him on engine now and save him for later, which will be great. Erica, though, I think I need to train up a little bit. 500 technology for a technology specialist is kind of low, actually. As for features, we're going to have to cut... Game tutorial? No, let's cut achievements. Don't care for them. As for story and quests, whatever. As for engine, we're going to have to... We can do a lot of stuff, but... Oh, that's interesting. Looks like multiplayer and online play are mutually exclusive for some reason. That's kind of weird. Maybe by multiplayer it means local multiplayer? But really, that shouldn't be mutually exclusive either. Anyway, we'll do save game, mod support. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I don't think we can afford anything else. Maybe save to cloud? No, not quite. Maybe I can cut save games and do save to cloud. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think we'll probably get the most bonuses out of that. Anyway, now for story and quests, it's very simple. We'll just do linear story. And that's good. And this time around, in terms of boost, we're going to be boosting Jennifer and Jonathan. Should be fine. Dragon Puncher has sold 500,000 copies, so that's alright. It's actually really surprising about Dragon Puncher. It only got us like 3,000 fans. Molyneuxing it apparently is a big deal in terms of fans you gain. Still, we make a lot of money, so I guess it's okay. Ah, okay. So we're hearing from Voni about how their PlaySystem 3 is going to be super successful and the Xbox 360 is a piece of shit. At least I think that's what happened. I don't actually quite remember. Always been a PC gamer. But I do remember this next bit. I'm pretty sure it was around this time of the year where, well, the PlayStation 3 was more expensive and they were saying like, well, it's more expensive, but people will spend more time at work just to buy it anyway. Which I thought was really weird. It's like they were taking their customers for granted or something. But hey, at least at that time, their console was a lot more stable than the Xbox 360 in terms of overheating, and the PlayStation 4. Anyway, for stage 2, dialogue we know is super unimportant. And that's about it. So we're gonna make some guesses about level design and artificial intelligence. I'm gonna max out artificial intelligence and almost max out level design. Probably about right. In this case, we're gonna leave Jonathan on artificial intelligence because it's perfect. As for level design, do I really want Michelle Fuller doing it? Because really, Visor has better points. And I think maybe so does Art Johnson, but we'll leave Visor on level design. I think that's a better pick. As for features, well, we can do all the AI stuff, no problem. As for our dialogue, we can only do better dialogue. And level design, we'll do... Oof, can't do everything. Let's get rid of no load screens. Well, I guess we'll have to do dynamic environment and level editor. No, Easter eggs. We'll do those. Which I guess is okay. I mean, this is a sequel, so a few Easter eggs might be nice. Plus, we got exploding barrels in the water. Dynamic environment is probably the way to go. Maybe we'll have some amazingly dynamic levels. Maybe a nice water level or a nice ice level. Everyone likes those, right? Though actually, I guess physics is more of an engine thing. Oh well, not important. Though what's gonna be a little weird is, what am I supposed to be boosting? I guess I'll have to boost people even if they're not in charge. Like, Erica. He didn't really do anything. Anyway, the PlaySystem 3 is out, which means the PlaySystem 2's market share will probably be hurt a little bit, but we made it multi-genre. We should be okay. Anyway, time for stage 3. Our balance looks okay. I kind of wanted more technology points, but whatever. However, I don't want anything on world design, and I really want to max out graphics with a little bit more in sound. I think that'll do. Ooh, look at that. Even with max graphics on a medium game, this does not work. We're gonna have to lower sound a little more, just to devote a little more time on graphics. Which really means if we want to use all these features that I've been researching, we need to do some AAA gaming. So at this rate, I don't think we're gonna make it in time. Well, we'll see. We still got 2 more games. Anyway, as for sound, we can do stereo sound and soundtrack, or we can go for surround sound. I'm not actually sure which one is better because I don't really game on a surround sound system. And we could argue that stereo sound is more common, but whatever, let's go with surround sound. Honestly, the feature mechanic in this game, I always felt kind of iffy. I think you really just pick whatever to get a bonus. It doesn't really matter whether it matches the game. Like when we made an MMO with no online play. Doesn't really make sense, but we did it. Anyway, as for dividing up the work, we can't do everything with Visor, so I guess we can try to get Arndt Johnson on this. He probably can do sound pretty well because sound's slightly design heavy and Arndt Johnson is slightly design heavy. And as for the rest of these people, meh, whatever. I think this is good. We'll have 2 people who did nothing for this project, but it's okay. It's a medium game, and really we need to start doing some AAA games. Though I have a feeling it's going to be pretty hard to get a good management bonus on AAA games. Anyway, stage 3 is done, so let's keep on going. But it looks like I forgot to do some marketing, so we'll just do a small campaign. That might be a waste of money. I'm not sure whether the timing's right, but we'll be okay. Probably. Doesn't look like we're gonna break any records, but oh, look at that. Dragon Puncher's off the market. It made a little more than $9 million in revenue. Profit was closer to like 4.5 or something. Still not bad, and it kept us afloat, so thank you, Dragon Puncher. Actually, we might make a record in technology. Possibly. Because I think the record is around 590 or something. Balance is alright, but I'm pretty sure we did each individual sections pretty well. In terms of games, our most experienced ones have been action, adventure, and RPGs, which is pretty cool, I guess. Those are generally the type of games I like anyway. Anyway, let's finish and see how well we do. And there we go. We got a new record in technology, which is probably good for an action game. Everything else looks alright. Some level ups, whatever. We'll release the game. Salary increase. But look at all the research points we have. I think this will be a good chance to reinvest in the company, assuming we make some damn money. We probably should, though. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. Wow, only slightly more research. That's interesting. Anyway, game review time. So let's see how XCOM Terror from the Ape did. I'm hoping it at least beats a 9.5 like the original, but we've had a streak of 7, and it's just not been very good for us. A 10's very good, though. That's making me feel pretty happy. 9's okay. And an 8? Well, we averaged a 9. That's not as good as the original, but still, I think that's pretty good considering our current streak. But what's really important is the game report and the final sales numbers. This is a triple platform release. I hope we make a lot of money from it. Wow, this is very interesting. Well, not the whole story and quest and gameplay part, we already knew that. But you'll notice that the platform match was between action and PC. And that's interesting because PC was not our primary platform, which means if we do multi-platform games, it actually could be a really good way to gain a lot more information about all these systems, which is pretty cool. But it's not as cool as our sales report. I mean, look at that. 63,000 fans and $30 million. This is actually more money than the MMORPG, and the only game that beats it in profit is the sequel to Deus Ex. And the only game that got us more fans than this was the original Deus Ex. Not bad for a medium game, but remember this was a medium game released on 3 platforms. Still, I think this should take care of our money problem for a short bit, so we can spend some time reinvesting in the company, as well as trying to make a damn sequel to Deus Ex. I definitely want it to be one of our first AAA games, plus I need to cram all these features into something. I mean, right now, graphics-wise, I can't even do stereoscopic 3D most of the time. But anyway, that's a concern for another episode. As for this episode, we're done, so thank you for watching, and hope to see you guys next time.